John Snow is a 1 to 2 year old crossbreed that has been at the Dogs Trust for some time now. He was taken in as a stray, and so it was a couple of days before they discovered that he was deaf. But they've been learning more about him as they've come to know him. They say it can be harder to rehome dogs like John Snow, but it's all about changing people's perceptions.
A lot of people think having a deaf dog is harder. We find that, again, there are a lot of benefits to having a deaf dog, because once he's bonded with you, it's you that he's interested in, and he doesn't hear everything else going on out and around him. Whereas if you've got another dog, if they hear something, they'll lose interest in you, they'll look away. I think it's more people's idea of a deaf dog, so that's the hardest part to get by, is actually trying to explain him being deaf is nothing. You can still train him, you can do everything you would with a dog that can hear, but there are some good benefits to having a deaf dog.
John Snow is currently in training, learning commands using sign language. But how easy is it to do compared to teaching dogs of hearing?
Instead of using your voice and trying to get their attention that way, it is more visual with them. So you have to build a bond with him first so that he wants to pay attention to you. But once you've got that, you're still using your treats. Initially, you would lure him into a sit. Once he knows what you want, you just do the hand signal, thumbs up. You can still stroke him, praise and reward him the same way you would for any other dog. So it's not that difficult.
So far, he hasn't quite found the right home, but the trusts say they're doing what they can to show that he's got a lot to give to any potential owners, despite his lack of hearing.
Look into it, talk to the staff here. If they think John Snow's a good match for you, they will go through his file. Think of all the benefits that when your alarm clock goes off in the morning, he'll sleep through it. If you're living in a busy area, he's not going to hear the normal cues that some dogs hear, like the birds getting quite noisy first thing in the morning. He will pay so much more attention to you rather than what's going on around him. There's no reason why rehoming a deaf dog should be any different to rehoming a dog that can hear or any other dog that's got a medical condition. At the end of the day, they're all looking for a good home and they've all got a lot of love to give.
As a young dog, John Snow has more training to do, but with a lot of treats and a lot of praise, he'll be on his way to finding a new home. Cara Digby, That's TV.